Damn it.
Still hitting those trash cans.
IX Fallout IX.
Then they put me in this hole.
Let's have some fun.
So I could sit
Black.
and think all day long about what I'd lost.
It's an asylum in fiction. You know it's going to be creepy.
My freedom, my wife.
How do I know this camera's zooming in if it doesn't say that?
Damn
It's
it.
hard to know which one I miss the most. Sometimes when I'm locked up, I swore I heard the man with the plane coming back to get me.
And then I thought about how did pesticide end up screwing my face up?
Well, that shot's different because before it just faded out.
It was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With just my head going to mush.
A mush.
But then, one day, I had a visitor. And that's when everything changed. He said his name was Calypso.
I didn't believe
He
him
ran
though.
some kind of weird contest. And he was looking for
I couldn't
people
stop
like
staring at
me.
his eye, so I didn't hear a damn thing he said.
If I won, I could have the one thing my heart desired.
And then I realized I think this was just that King
I
guy
may
from
be
the
no rocket
WWE.
scientist, but I know opportunity when I see it. That pilot had taken a piece of my life and twisted it all around.
He twisted it like
How could
I don't know,
refuse the
steel or
chance for
something.
revenge?
Yeah. And I got all high octaned.
An entire tanker truck, the front end of it hit his car, but he's alright.
When I passed
What's
out
even
of
better
the
when it's
truck,
like Mr. Grimm and he's just on a
I dreamed about
motorcycle?
before.
It's like, yeah, that
Oh,
didn't,
yeah.
Guess it must
didn't
have
crush him
been
or
the day
anything.
when everything went wrong.
So we noticed in that other video that every steering wheel is the same. I'm wondering if that was the case in the final release.
Oh, yeah.
We was 2 weeks from harvest. I was checking out the crop when I heard.
Oh,
this
they
noise.
zoomed in just like they promised.
There was no dusting schedule that afternoon. I hollered for the guy to stop, but it just kept coming.
The cutting is way
I didn't know what
tighter.
was happening first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post that other video first, aren't I?
Couldn't breathe.
Sorry.
My heart was
Yeah.
beating so fast.
Sorry.
The Lord, I passed out real quick. I thought I was dead.
I'll shut up about it.
I must have been out for hours. And when I woke up, well, my God, what had happened to me?
Does it actually do that? Pop
No.
dusting.
She was real smart.
That's a stupid question there. I'm sorry.
But when I
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
never-
I don't know much
I
about
guess you'd already
farming, so
figured something else. I heard them laughing, talking about how they'd go the next week.
Every
trying
time
to
I
get
think of
the
this song, I start laughing. I don't really know
life.
why.
Everything hurt. My face, my mind.
I made them all spirally.
my
I
ears
remember
listen to
grabbing
that
for the
song
closest thing I
constantly.
could find. I just lost it. I'd hunt that pilot down sooner or later.
And
But
tell
for
him to
now,
change the radio
it
to
was
Earth,
strictly
Wind, and
between
Fire or
me
something.
and Annie.
She was a statue, and I hated that.
Eh, eh, eh.
Again, we just came off a
I've been
small
hitting
brawl to
Annie's
this.
body for well over an hour. You couldn't even
We
tell
went
who
from,
she was no more.
We went from Calypso in
There's
an
a man out
outhouse
there
to a
took
man
my
killing his wife
turned
with
me
a
into
hoe.
freak.
I don't know. He died a lot in that
This
last game.
contest,
That is
he's
true.
gonna pay for
Although, to
my
be fair,
life.
technically, this game actually followed 4.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the spin-off. Although going to the developers, it's like
We went-
2, then this.
We went from Joneses to this.
This did the gritty reboot thing like well
I
before
won the
Batman Begins
contest.
made it popular.
And now
Yeah.
it was my turn to collect. I went to see Calypso. And just as promised, he delivered the goods.
A pair of shiny
I knew right
goggles.
from the start he'd get me the revenge I was
Then I
craving.
I
asked
could
him if he
have, I could have done with them.
When we went back to the farm, Calypso said,
I could have done with those when he was dusting the crops.
somehow he'd done it.
He sped up that footage.
Bastard who made me kill Annie.
Oh, he does it hardcore during this one shot.
Oh,
He
yeah.
brought his plane with him.
He
Calypso said all I had to do to get my prize was
tried to use his super speed powers to escape.
But then in his wish twisted ways, he kept playing that damn song in the
It
airplane.
was a one-way ticket to my
I got your plane here.
He wrote
I'll
this
be
song. He must die.
At the
Fuck.
right time, he learned how it felt.
It's only giving him his plane back.
It may have been only the second time I killed someone, but it felt so damn good.
I mean, bar
They-
the other like 10 people or whatever. But
I know, they kept that line despite the fact that it makes no sense.
And moved into the city.
I pointed that out before and I thought, well, they must have changed that, right? And no.
No.
Trouble an old redneck like me.
Well, they kept respawning between levels, like you pointed out.
Right, yeah.
God, does Calypso have the power of life and death?
Does work in mysterious ways.
this guy.
At least now we get the benefit of his final voice, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was with my freedom.
It's funny because one of the reviewer
In
guys
my
that we
years
watched
alone in that
covered a couple of
dark
videos made by like a
place,
Fire and
I would
Brimstone
often
preacher,
hear
and
a
I gotta
voice
say he is this
calling
guy.
to me.
It is really not much of an exaggeration with this character.
Wow.
Truly, I believe there would be no escape from the demon inside me. I wasn't even a real preacher. I was an evangelist.
Well, you know.
By the church. I didn't
Apparently the church doesn't like it when I drown
leave
babies.
alone. But one day, I was given a chance for salvation.
They're so picky.
His name was
It
Calypso.
wasn't my fault. I thought you just dunked them in until they were purified.
If I won his contest,
Damn it.
he would reveal the truth. It had been
Let that baby out. No, it ain't pure yet.
Look, I know what I'm doing. I'm a fruit evangelist.
But now I had a second chance.
Oh, what's going on in his
I
chest there?
accepted the offer willingly.
Really, it's your fault for getting me to baptize it. You knew I'm not a real preacher. This is really your fault.
Would be opened unto me.
He's not technically a murderer. Wait.
Technically, you're the one murdering the baby.
God, that's right, he had a stained glass windows on his car.
It is
That was great. So dumb.
Yeah.
that
So
whose
great.
mind will find shelter in memories of the past. I thought back to that
Also a
fateful
special
night
weapon, which is just a guy who flies into
young
cars,
couple who
sets a
brought to me
bomb
their
off and
child.
yells, "Repent!"
I was to perform one of my most important duties. And
I mean, it
exercise.
kind of looks like that baby needs a bath.
I love that shot.
Even as I ministered to the
God, they
child,
actually used the shot. They just zoomed in so you couldn't tell how stupid it was. It all looked less stupid.
It still looks pretty fucking stupid.
As I tore that church apart.
We didn't get the shot of him driving the baby, but again, yeah, no, they were about to cut that. Besides, it's kind of better to just leave it to your imagination, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially since, you know, none of this really happened.
Well,
Yeah.
Didn't
Well,
happen
no, I mean that
this
part
way.
happened, but
Oh, well, yeah, yeah.
no, he still did that.
Abandoned me right when I needed it the most.
Well, then, yeah, it would make a lot of sense that we don't see it then.
Ooh.
Every waking hour.
Wait, I'm in an asylum. What the hell happened?
But now I have a second chance. When I win this contest, I
Yeah, same steering wheel.
will welcome me
Yeah.
back with open arms.
It wouldn't be as bad if it wasn't so distinct looking.
yeah, right?
Sweet tooth demanded that we had all the same wheel. I don't know why.
The contest was mercifully at an end. I had triumphed over the darkness. I visited Calypso. It was time for him to prove
Sitting on
my
his
innocence and
junkyard
declare
pile.
my name.
I asked him, where the hell are we?
He seemed hesitant.
Yeah, we saw in the other video there's a big sign that says London beneath him, which is
But I
curious.
promised to show you the truth. And the truth, he said, was that the demon wasn't real. The voice inside me was a figment of my imagination. My God, it was all
My God, the pun not intended.
exorcism. It wasn't an exorcism at all. It was simply a baptism.
I love that line. It was
just
simply a
day at
baptism.
church, and
This
I
guy
was the
seems to have a little
angel
trouble
dead.
getting semantics down.
The
He's
demon
still
Okay.
killing Billy Ray Stillwell.
Yes.
but not
Yeah,
God.
but
But by Calypso,
he killed him twice.
he was right.
Yeah.
I was, as they say, insane. My whole life I'd been trying to silence that voice. I even performed rituals to show my
I'm gonna go
love to
wildly
God
off
and
topic
hope
here,
that
but
it
with
would
those
save me.
sunglasses and tech, I can totally make Mr. Freeze without the helmet.
A little clown picture in the left there.
Nothing worked.
Yeah.
A man cannot hide
So
from
again,
the
we went
sun.
from the Joneses to this.
There is only one path to
So preacher, your wish is to eat all the ice cream and candy in the world.
And then his response was just that.
I'd love to see their versions of these setups.
Oh god.
It just has to sit through like a really boring sermon or something. Oh no!
Oh, right, okay.
But I knew even he wouldn't forgive me for what I'd done. See, God only has time for those
This
who
is the
deserve
not
his
racist version.
I just didn't qualify. But then one day I had this visitor. I knew Calypso by
Yeah,
reputation.
something weird's going on with his
You don't
chest.
spend 10 years on the
I never
floor
noticed
without
that before.
a dirtbag in Midtown.
They, of course, purposely
Since
don't
he
explain
won
any
the
of it.
contest, he said if I won,
Eh.
Just to explain to Mel, the only difference is that he has like a history, and the gang he's shooting at is actually like a crime group.
how could he have known?
So that's why he gets a bit too like passionate about shooting them. But that's really the only difference. I don't see why they censored it just to say like, yeah, let's just avoid that topic altogether. Like it's not there's nothing like technically wrong with it, but let's just avoid that, you know?
It's a big thing to offer a man without a hope in hell.
Oh!
How can I refuse?
Honestly, I don't think there's a piece of censorship I don't really disagree with.
Yeah, I think it was
It
fine
still makes
overall.
sense.
Yep, same
As I
steering wheel.
drifted away, the torment began again. The same torment
The same
I
steering
endured
wheel.
1,000 nights and days before. I began to
The same sense that I should probably wake up and drive out of the fire.
Years back, we were out across from the Northside Apartments. There'd been reports of terrorist activity in the building. When we got there, we found some kind of doomsday cult had set up shop inside. We were sent there
He
to
kind of looks like some kind of actor that I can't
These
put my
guys were
finger
real
on.
Psychos, desperate as hell, holed up like rats. in a
Also, I
cage.
think judging by the unfinished stuff,
And I
the
had
fact that these guys look exactly like Roadkill is not actually a coincidence,
before.
or
Yeah,
just laziness.
Yeah.
Like it's actually the same cult.
yeah. They're skinhead, a bunch of skinheads.
Yeah.
And there's like a shot of him, like his parents or something got killed by.
And for what? So that we could arrest these
By them.
scumsuckers and watch them walk free the same afternoon? My rage.
Man, our
Yeah.
police force is really efficient on bullshit.
I wanted to set
Yeah,
these
this
villains
one's
to
a
hell
bit
where they
less
belong.
justified. It's just like, oh, I think crime is bad, it's, rather than having like a personal thing against them.
But
But
now
whatever.
I made the biggest mistake of my life. I'd let my emotions cloud my judgment.
And that pissed me off.
Cost me. But it cost someone else even more.
I thought that would have been censored, but no.
God,
You know?
what had I done?
No shot of the badly rendered fur.
And it was all my fault. There was only one way out. But that way was closed.
Yeah.
I was going to have to live with it for the rest of my life, and nothing I could do.
I also love this asylum, how everyone just comes in with. I never think to get them changed.
Till now.
Yeah. I could have thought that my wish would be to just, bring them back intact with nothing weird going on, but,
Each one of these games has to have a time travel ending.
I had won the contest.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now it was time to see if the rumors were true.
God.
Did Calypso really have the power to give me a second chance? He asked if I really wanted a second chance. If I
No, I changed my mind, thank you.
But I wasn't going to screw up twice. This time, it was all going to work out. I demanded my prize. And just
No, dude, say demand.
Fuck's sake. Thank you for reminding me that's the same series as well.
Yeah. This Mike and Stewart, This ending ends because he was distracted because Mike and Stu are flying in front of the building.
I made sure
I was gonna say, in defense of this ending, it probably makes sense for him to go back because there were more repercussions other than just those two were dead.
Yeah.
Imagine you don't really keep your job after you do something like that.
but it wasn't over.
That is true. I mean, then you could say, like, oh, they came
Oh.
back to life.
Oh no, it's the other Outlaw ending from.
Alive.
No, now I was unemployed. Life isn't worth living, and they cuts to him shooting himself.
Jesus Christ.
It's just splice those two Outlaw endings together. Just like, and now there's no more crime. That cuts to him with the gun in his mouth.
I was so close
God.
to making it.
Also, I don't really like the fact that he just pulled his head up and used a pistol to shoot at a guy across the building.
Yeah, that's
That's a bit too precise.
there's no real irony there either. He just didn't shoot him properly.
Yeah.
Hours melt into
He made
days.
he made sure every single shot hit the target though.
He fucking didn't. He's
Apparently.
a liar.
After so much
Who the
time
hell's
in
this?
solitude,
This is
Oh,
Grim.
right, okay.
I should
Mr.
have been
Grim.
getting better.
You know, the pirate.
But in my heart, I
After all that
always
swashbuckling I did.
But I kept on hoping.
I think my mind snapped after they killed my parrot.
I'd get revenge.
I kept on hoping, figuring out why my friend's head was so huge.
Oh god, his storyline is that he ate the parrot because he was really hungry.
I hate my best friend Benny.
Visions got worse. Soon I wouldn't be able to tell reality from my nightmares. But then, my life changed. He called himself Calypso. He said he ran a contest.
Just kind of pause there.
Oh,
Because they took out the line where he says, as if that was supposed to mean something to me.
even with
Really weird.
He's beneath him.
I refuse. I agreed to play.
I got all pumped up, and then I realized it was just a bingo contest.
Yeah, he survives this.
He passes out.
Thought about the war in
It was nap time.
drugs and therapy.
I would love it if he had the
love-
same steering wheel.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
When I passed out,
Then you shoehorned it in there.
the past came rushing back. It was 1971 again. And I was back in Nam.
Somebody's been in the asylum for like 30 years.
Ben had gone
Yeah,
down.
I think they had
It was
literally say
just
that,
me
yeah.
all alone, trying to revive him. I was shouting to Benny, trying to see if he was okay. But before I knew it, the enemy was on me.
Oh yeah, in the pre-release version, he yells out some Mortal Kombat gibberish before he hits him.
Yeah.
Into some stinking hole.
I guess you could call that the racist version.
below the ground. Benny was in bad shape. I didn't know how long he was gonna hold out. Seems like forever I was screaming for someone to come and help him. Then one day, we had a visitor.
His name is Calypso.
Damn it!
you say Mel, because we kind of went through these just before. You have a habit of saying what we said before. You're kind of like reading our minds.
I said the same thing.
5 days without any
Because-
I have the psychic powers from 4. What can I tell you?
But he said it in just the same way, so it's like, I thought they would have changed that line, but no.
started laughing.
I think the
I wanted food. I'd have to make do.
what was the line? Sorry.
But then one day we had a visitor.
I
Oh,
tried
right,
to
yeah.
work out what was happening.
The
I knew what he
yeah, and
wanted.
the other one they specify he's Russian as well.
There's no
But
way I was gonna give him this
Yeah.
satisfaction.
I don't really know why.
Benny died 2 days later. I couldn't look at him. I didn't even want to think about it.
you never really thought about it. Why is the phone ring there?
It's amazing the things you'll do.
I know it's just like a music. This is like a music cue, but it's just like a phone ringing. Like it happens a
I
lot.
think Benny would have understood.
Yeah.
Like ding.
Call 911. There's a guy eating another guy.
I would have escaped the hole if I just called someone.
They say the mind bends and twists in order to deal with the horrors of life.
I'm starting to think maybe putting my friend's skull on my head wouldn't help with that.
He's always close to me now.
When a platoon of GIs freed me 2
I wonder if he
weeks later.
talks to
I
Benny.
tried to take the helmet off.
Probably.
Killed 4 of them before they took me down. After
I
that,
mean, like, this is
shipped me
an
back to
asylum
the
in
States for
fiction,
being
so you know they're gonna go for it.
It's an assignment in fiction in some clown guy's dreams in a crazy world
Benny died.
where everyone fights. It's kind of weird that this is the gritty reboot. Like, this is the more realistic take on Swiss Metal, but this is supposed to be the dream world,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the real world is like the crazy cartoony one.
I'd done it. The battle was over.
This is what Sweet Tooth was saying during 4, that's why he didn't do anything.
While he was chuckling, he was thinking about this.
He told me it was time for
Shut up, Melvin, I'm thinking about this guy that eats another guy, and then
the advisor looked exactly the same. He didn't know who I was, but I recognized him. I'd been seeing his face in my nightmares for 30 years.
he's just so ugly.
He's
Calypso had
beautiful.
One more special prize for me. Dinner for one.
Then he brought out a Stouffer's TV dinner, and I thought he was just kind of missing the point.
You know that's an ending in 3. Like, that's what they originally planned.
But after
Too
all
bad this
time,
is the really cheap stuff from the frozen food aisle.
as much as I
So, Mr. Grimm, your wish is to eat human flesh? Here's a gingerbread man.
What? Your wish is granted.
for human flesh.
But that doesn't even. I thank you for playing Twisted Metal.
I want to get Mel McMahon to, like, just recall that for these endings, though.
Amnesia.
Yeah, that did end with a guy getting devoured, so.
So, Mr. Cage, your wish is to be the greatest killer of all time.
I wondered if I actually existed at all.
Your wish is granted. Too bad you're an exterminator.
The tattoos.
Wait, what's going on here?
You're a killer YouTube sensation.
Were the key.
Fucking
From
hell.
the looks of them, you'd think I was a nasty piece of work. I was
Oh,
beginning
they
to
censored
think
that, okay.
So-
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, they took out the whole racist subplot, so.
The truth just
Yeah.
waltzes in through my door.
Yeah.
This is all a gang of skinheads,
The
though.
guy's name was
Wow.
Calypso. He ran this contest.
And I suppose it
Tells
would be a
me
bit more
clear
horrific
everything
to
up.
realize who you were, and you're
I
like,
tell
oh,
him
I was
about
that
the
guy?
fight
Jesus
break
Christ.
in the net. But then he shows me this picture. Me, in a suit, all nice and neat. Like I was actually someone important.
I mean, anyone can wear a suit. I mean,
Whole life just waiting for me. All
I
I wanted
That's a
photoshopped
different
this to get
photo.
you in the tournament. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How could I refuse? Now I had a chance to get the answers I needed.
Also, for some reason, my theme had my intro had the main theme in it.
It was remixed, too.
So I see sitting around watching it.
I must have been out for hours. At first,
Oh yeah, the placeholder.
but then I started to see things.
Half the characters are him.
I remember now. I ran with this gang. At first,
We
were
really
so
like the
tight.
main theme to
We
Twisted
had
Metal
games
Black.
like robbery.
No, not the Rolling Stones song.
Yeah,
Came up
when
with
you
a
can't.
plan.
The character select screen was so cool.
Freaking huge.
I gotta say, it has probably the best character select screen I've ever seen.
Yeah, I love it.
That building
I
came
really,
down.
really do.
Who knew what kind of viruses and
The fucking
diseases
patient
would affect the
profiles.
world?
Yeah.
It was glorious. Instant extinction. Finally, for the first time, we were important.
We're all dressed like John Cena.
Yeah.
The memories end there. I don't think I like the man I'm turning out to be.
I wish for jorts to always be in fashion.
Then I went to Calypso, and I wished, to just be John Cena, because at least he's not a skinhead.
I'd won the contest. Now
Kind of the opposite of what, really.
I went to see Calypso.
Yeah.
Hopefully he would know who I was. He did.
I love his ending. It's just like,
I was
who are you?
deep
Oh,
under-
fucking, I don't know everyone.
Deep undercover for the last year trying
I
to
know your
bust the
name.
Doomsday cult
Is that
in
it?
town.
Yeah.
Calypso said I was a
Bye.
hero. That night I rushed back
Oh,
into the building.
Oh, hey!
I
The
had
tattoo
to
was
get
Okay,
back.
so
as
the-
far away as I could, but there just wasn't time.
Did they like laser it before we went to the asylum? Or just that bit of it.
I don't think they realized they left that in. That's wow.
Now I remember. I am.
Hey, I had a really cool tattoo. It was really racist.
Oh.
Oh wait, they got rid of it. Those bastards.
Me for being such a great contestant. Then he said,
This is very Twisted Metal 1.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's your wish. I'm just gonna shoot you because I can't really think of an ironic twist.
God, I was just starting to remember.
Oh wait, that drawing.
There's a weird thing where like all the like police officers and
When the
people of
lights
authority
low
are
in
just
this place,
dead.
you get plenty of time for thinking.
I love how much they run with the Italian theme with this guy.
Yeah.
It's the alternative. Listening to the screams that come from every direction.
So yeah, like,
So
they gave him the most like variety with his lines instead of just having basically him repeat everything that everyone else says in their opening.
Must have been
Yeah.
years I was left alone in that darkness. But when you look like I do, it's probably for the best.
oh shit, it's Robert De Niro. So the other version uses one image from Raging Bull as a placeholder image for the boxing scenes.
I'm gonna have to see these, aren't I?
I had a visit.
You really should. I'm sorry, we should have waited for you, but
I did record it, so you at least can see our reactions.
You want the version with our reactions, yeah.
If I entered at one,
I'm sorry, we should have waited, but I was just like, this is too fascinating. I started watching it, I was like, this is too fascinating.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, I was actually streaming something. He's like, "No, fuck that! I gotta go watch these endings."
Also, it's funny. He took out most of his face, but his ears don't look right either.
Well, yeah, No Face took them off himself. He's just like, well, I might as well match.
Either that boxing match really messed him up.
He punched me so hard he took both my ears off.
Now that I was out,
That's like mankind times 2.
Well, you've had wrestlers damage other people's ears.
Yeah.
Boxers, whatever.
one night.
Also, he's Bruce Willis now.
From out of state. I never even saw him coming. I got tore to pieces.
Did they not like just render eyes for him? So just fucking.
My jaw was shattered.
Of course, they rendered eyes. They put him in a plate later.
Some of the guys from the gym said they knew this surgeon
Ooh.
could fix me up.
His anger was justified. He was one of the guys who went to go see Die Hard 4.
Besides, I'd heard this guy was a big fan of the fights. Too bad
3 movies, Willis. There are only 3 movies.
As I went
Honestly, that was probably a really bad idea, so I have nobody to blame but myself.
I think we've lost SK's favorite here.
Oh yeah, you would have loved the fucking thing they cut out, Melf.
Oh god.
when I woke
Yeah.
It involves something with eyes, doesn't it?
You see it very briefly actually earlier, where it shows him like actually getting stitched up,
give him that.
like the needles going through his fucking eyelids and everything.
A little.
They flash to it, but in the cut stuff, they show the whole
They
thing,
dwell on it. Yeah, they
Yeah.
dwell on it.
right through the lips and the eyes. It's
Have fun while watching that.
But now that I'm out,
You've been warned. If you want to skip it.
I'm a little conflicted, but
It's surprisingly clean though. There's like no blood at all.
yeah, it's not like realistic or anything. It just happens.
so what do you know?
Just imagine he's just clipping through him.
Yeah.
The list was over and I was the champ. And true to his word, the man delivered the goods.
this guy is my favorite character by far. I'd like to
I
say.
love him, but he makes no sense.
He even had a special.
No, I'm a preacher man personally. It was a baptism.
Like we was meant to be
For
together.
one of his bizarre and nonsensical gimmicks in this game, he's just so casual about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, no, don't get me wrong though. No Face is a very close
Who
second.
knew payback was going to be brutal.
I love him, but at the same time, it's
After all
Oh.
these
oh
years, he still got some snap in that left hook.
Yeah, he said left hook before,
You know, that was
but the
first
footage
time
was
I ever
flipped the other
knocked
way around,
someone
so
out
he was hitting with his right hand.
apparently he doesn't know left from right.
It's like
Yeah, they apparently try to explain that away with like, oh, he's got like this psychic power or something.
he's Daredevil.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
It's like
It's
I
like,
love
I mean,
him, but
it's-
like
it's-
everything about the way he is written does not make sense with his gimmick.
I mean,
First time I
it's
knew
it's
I was
you know,
different,
Sweet
I was
Tooth's
just a little
fanfic.
girl.
I mean, kind of
There was this
Yeah,
boy
that's
I
true.
really liked. One day
I like
found
this
out
game, but holy shit, it's almost an hour of cutscenes. Like, and see why like the gameplay was kind of really secondary.
I've been alone
So this is
ever
not a character I
since,
expect Sweet
always
Tooth to come
waiting
up
and
with.
hoping for that certain
Yeah,
someone
this-
to come my way.
This character doesn't
Maybe
really
he had a-
fit.
I
Maybe you had a
remember right
high
after
school
college,
sweetheart.
all my friends
He was
Yeah,
like the
maybe.
jealous type, I don't know.
was in their society wedding.
But to be perfectly honest with you, if you actually think about like the whole dream thing, it doesn't really make a lick of sense, but it's neat that they tried.
Yeah.
They had to put me on meds just to
This
calm
character
me
is like a
down.
psychopath in a bad Dead Rising game.
But then one day, in the asylum, I had a visitor. The gentleman's name was
You're
Calypso.
Calypso.
I
He said
married
if I
him on the
wanted
spot.
fame,
And then...
I'd never have to be.
I loved his horrifying eye and chest.
He said he knew where I could
If only I
find my
waited
true
10 or so
love.
more years, I could have gone
How
on an
could I
internet
refuse
dating
an
site.
offer
and-
like that? After all, no one as pretty as me deserves to be alone.
It's just, yeah, I don't know.
That's the driver of Spectre. I mean, why not?
It feels like there's just really something missing with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I was asleep.
Not to
for
jump ahead, the
hours,
ending doesn't make sense to
dreaming
me.
about weddings.
Yeah.
In
It's
fact,
just
I'm
like
very
she wished for
special
something and she didn't get it. Okay.
I was one of the bridesmaids.
Like, I
as
could get a
usual.
neurotic obsession over
Kristen,
something that is kind of
she was the
minor
one
in the grand
getting
scheme of
married.
things, especially compared to
Can
a
you
lot of the other
believe what
characters'
she
endings,
did?
but
She actually had the
Something just
nerve
kinda
to throw
feels
the
off
bouquet
about
to
it.
me,
I think it's
that
because
little
nothing
bitch.
really traumatic happened to her. She was
That,
already
I'm not sure
like
it was such a
psychotic.
good idea to come off
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
vacation.
I guess that is kind of a way to diversify.
Oh wait,
it.
no, sorry, I forgot she got pushed over as a child. So, you know, she's justified.
I think that day my heart just snapped in two, and I,
I mean,
think
it
my
kind
mind
of already
the
did in
same.
like a bunch of other
So I
times.
grabbed
didn't
the
it?
closest thing I could find, and then I wasn't really sure what I did.
I ate a lot of cake
If
that
I
night.
wasn't going to have a man, then
I
no
stabbed
man.
the bridemaid out of cake.
I dragged Kristen's
I
fat,
gorged
ugly
myself on
body
cake
into
and
one
got
of the
really
dressing
fat.
rooms and
Oh,
opened
the shame.
door.
They committed me for that.
Standing there in Kristen's dress,
Being greedy.
I realized I was the most beautiful bride I had ever seen.
Not really a bride though yet. I mean,
When I
That's
won
not
the
how
contest,
that's how marriage
someone
right
found
works,
me
right?
a
You
man
kill the
and
bride and
told
become
me.
the new bride. You're basically a Highlander.
I'm in disguise that way. Nobody can tell who I am. And
I'm just waiting for whenever they reuse that one car driving
I'm
animation
sure there were
on
quite a few
some of the bigger
sour
vehicles because
faces
it just
around.
looks terrible.
Girls learned I'd won the contest. I demanded my prize.
I love waiting for that Warhawk scream every time.
Calypso delivered. It was my darling, my sweetheart.
Oh, his head
who
scar's
was
different.
Oh yeah.
He told me he had to make a few
weird.
modifications.
because you because you mistook them for horns.
Yeah, I was...
Held me in his big, strong arms. He leaned in to whisper something in my
In the
ear.
pre-release version, he had horns.
To this day, I still can't believe what he said.
because it didn't really make a lot of sense.
I will never love you.
It's kind of weird that, like,
God,
I said this before, Calypso needs to do surgery on a guy to do the wish when usually
wasn't anything like the man I
Yeah.
he has no
was.
problem granting wishes.
Not good enough for a girl like me.
If anything, like, Calypso fucked up.
My Prince
Yeah, like I
Charming
just
was
I
out
don't get it. Just like she's like, I want the perfect man, and he's like, okay, well here's a man. He's not perfect.
Here's, yeah, here's a man who like modified his brain to be loyal to you, but
He's not.
he's not. So I fucked up.
Calypso's just like chasing after. He's like, wait!
I can do this again. I can make it work.
And now I'm gonna pay for what I did forever and ever and ever. I should have done what I was told.
And now I'm wearing a
I should have been more
weird
careful.
everything, really.
I shouldn't have defied Mr. Creel.
Mr. Creel, who is totally not my father, because that would be fucked up and Sony would be pissed.
I've been alone for so long.
It is amazing how one sort of character relationship change can make the whole thing way worse.
Yeah.
Well, way darker, I mean, not.
He said he could
bad.
make it all better. He said we were gonna play a game.
Yes, Jigsaw.
It was the key.
He said we were gonna play a game. It was called Rise of the Robots.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
So, you want to play the greatest fighting game? Well, it's Rise of the Robots, because that's what this poster says it is.
Again, it makes too much sense.
That's 3.
Really deserve to
Yeah.
be free?
Well, that makes too much sense for 3. He would just be like, well, like he would be like, "Oh, do you want the greatest fighting game?" And then he'll just be like, "Here's a game with people fighting in it."
Sleep for hours.
Here's the Sims, they're having an argument.
Dream.
I mean,
I'm gonna be fine with that.
Dreamed about my boss, Mr. Creel, working on those
Who's not my dad.
masks he
it is weird how,
made.
like, the old one was just like, well, she was a child when this happened, so that might explain
Didn't want to screw
the
it
very
up.
childlike demeanor that she has,
Wanted
but
Mr. Creel to like
now
me.
she's actually, like, old enough to work.
This one day,
I think it might just be.
I made a
I don't know.
terrible mistake.
I don't think
It
they
started
explain it.
vibrating.
I think they should
think
have been
she's
just
just
like,
So clumsy.
they're just
I
not
think
gonna
she's
tell
really-
us.
But I was just so
I think she's just really
stupid.
timid. I guess I don't know.
I could feel
but-
the nails crushing the mask down on my face.
And we said before that, okay, we get the mask. Why is she dressed like that, though?
Creel made a weird-looking
Yeah.
He said it would make sure the mask
Also, I
would
love the
never
random
come
carton
off.
of Chinese takeout. This is on the floor there.
Yeah.
Kinda, like, humanizes him a bit too much.
Now that I think about it,
Hey, you
it
want some?
wasn't all my fault.
Just don't defy me.
Yeah. I don't think a fucking semi-truck could, like, swerve like that.
So it's Val Black, man.
You're right, this seems bullshit, fuck it.
No, it's the worst. Fucking Division 3 was a fucking godsend.
I was gonna be free.
No skidding on dirt in that
And
game.
to see Calypso, I told him I wanted my prize. But you know what? There's always a price.
What
to pay
is she
for
wearing?
something you really
I
want.
don't know.
I don't mean that in like, oh, what are you wearing? I mean,
It was gonna
like, what,
happen.
literally, what is that on her body?
Just have been nice to
Mr.
me.
Krill's a big fan of throw kill.
Assuming what he does for a living, yeah. Also, never quite got how that machine worked.
It's funny,
Even seen it twice.
now that I had the key, I didn't want it anymore.
I'd like a key like that to my house.
I like
That'd
my
look a
new
cool looking
one
key.
now, much better
Hold
than
on,
the
hold
old
on.
one.
This line though.
Doesn't cry and it doesn't look scared.
Doesn't cry, you've been
Also
crying this
brings
entire
me
cutscene.
when I'm old and gray
Yeah.
inside.
What did she say? It doesn't look
There's a lot of
scared,
people in the
or?
world just like Mr. Creel. Someone has to show them that they can't do bad
And again,
to people like me.
I love the implication that like the most timid seeming character is like got this giant
My
juggernaut.
parents put me in here.
Yeah. Wait. Who?
They think it was Kelly's death that sent me over the edge.
Oh
They
right.
thought
Okay.
I'd gone nuts.
This memorable character.
But you know what the truth is?
Her name is Raven,
They're
because
the
of course
ones
it
that
is.
should have been put away.
No,
No,
it's Sad Sally.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
It
I
was
actually saw that on a
one
wiki page when I was
someone.
looking up stuff.
His name was Calypso.
Yeah, the video makes
Ran
reference
the
to that.
contest.
Yeah.
He said if I won, I could fulfill Kelly's dying wish. I
It's
could
a good time
avenge
for my
her
headset to
death.
die there. But
So I told him I'd
Yeah.
play his stupid game.
Stupid
Kelly
game.
was
Yeah.
It's dumb. I hate it.
I would have died for her.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe if I'm lucky.
God, combat
I'll
fucking
get the
sucks.
chance.
It's not gonna last.
Her friend, which I'm sure I saw as the lead singer of a new wave band somewhere.
Whee.
Being unconscious is like being in a pitch black room with no doors, no lights, and no way out.
Okay.
thank you.
Not,
If
Now I know.
silence is forever. But then
I like how she has to explain what it's like to be unconscious.
My Yelp review of Dreams,
I don't
ladies and
understand
gentlemen.
that.
We were using her tarot cards, trying to find out if this boy Kelly liked would ever notice her.
Stand joke again. I already did that one. All right.
Reading.
Oh no, you're gonna go out with Mr. Grimm.
The cards actually worked. That was the day I got it.
You're gonna have a date with Manish
Some
Boy.
jerk-off guys from school. They called us witches. One guy grabbed me, another one after Kelly. He said
What the
he
hell?
always wanted to see if a witch could swim. I kept screaming at him, "She can't swim! Kelly can't swim!" I didn't know how to.
Was he
swim.
surprised that he dropped her?
I could do. They didn't stick around to help. As Kelly went under, I heard her shouting
Again,
at me.
like reaching out, your arms aren't that long. Wish you
This.
could leap out the water.
And then I didn't hear her.
She's just like punching her arm out, like grab it. It's like the fucking pier's like 5 feet up, at least.
Kelly trusted me with her last request.
You know,
I promise.
I get how
I'll
much
deliver.
time getting done up today before I left the house, and it's just, you know, and
You know who the real winner in this tournament is? Whoever manufactures that type of steering wheel.
Even Axel has one for some reason.
I'd won Calypso.
that was a
stupid
weird
game.
thing in
He
this
said it was
game, but
time
we'll
to
get to
claim
that.
the prize. It was time for Kelly to get her revenge.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know what Calypso was getting at.
I didn't know what was up with Calypso's editing.
Let's see.
What's your deal,
That's
Calypso?
what Kelly
Gee.
would have wanted
Play
me
with
to
dolls,
So-
Calypso?
So
Ugh.
she practices in the occult, and she sees voodoo dolls, and she's not putting two and two together.
It's weird.
Yeah, and then like the good like oh they always called us witches even though we just because we practice witchcraft.
From far away, I could have sworn I heard someone screaming. It took 2 days.
Because
I'm
the
a
pier's
fucking
right
eye.
outside, I guess.
Also, why were they on that dock?
Well,
I don't know.
They live there?
Isn't a very pretty sight.
Get away from our house, witches.
All she did was poke him in the eyes.
If I ever run into my parents,
You say that you know
I won't
just so
see
kind
Kelly
of your eyes
I'll
poked
still
out.
feel
What a
like she's with
wimps.
me, protecting me.
Is she? Did she have a tattoo in the shape of the necklace that the other lady is
But a
wearing?
true friend is forever.
You know.
Sure.
It's funny, the more I see her friend, the more I think she might have been a more memorable visual design.
In the nut.
Yeah.
It was the longest I'd ever been confined. So
I wanted all the candy.
it wasn't my fault.
It wasn't my fault that they had so many Reese's Pieces.
Shut up and bleed, you motherfucker.
It's so cute how they cut off motherfucker nowadays.
It was my fault.
I was only talking about Shaft.
Curse was beginning to piss me off.
Yeah, my console
Yeah.
it really annoys me.
I'm trying to put it out.
So he called himself. It was a stupid name. I wanted to kill him there.
It's a stupid name, unlike Needles Kane, which is
Fucking cool.
If I won this game, he promised to show me how to bring an end to the curse.
And I, David Jeff, Needles Kane, accepted his invitation.
As much as I had those old urges of mine, I kept them to myself for the moment.
That stupid Calypso would know to fear Sweet Tooth.
You know, I almost went like, because of his grin. I was like, no, that's a mask. He's not. He's always doing that.
And it looks so stupid while I stood in my polka dot pants and no shirt.
Again, I love how this asylum doesn't think to, like, you know, get them undressed, like, put them in something else.
Like the dying heartbeat of a little girl.
I'm a murderer, by the
It was
way.
the first time in forever I hadn't felt the burning and the dreams. Boys and girls, those were some wonderful
Is that why the steering wheel's, like, frayed and damaged? Because his burning head was against it.
flashed before my eyes. The scale of what I'd done, the sheer volume of people I'd killed.
Just think how charred the top of that van is where he sits.
All good things. It had to end sometime. When they captured me,
Death penalty, a sure thing.
what a waste.
Again, you said exactly what I said.
Come the night,
That's a good thing they
You know,
got his
I
head
do.
caged.
must have been over 1,000 people gathered outside to watch me.
If I managed to recapture him, I'd use him as like a source of that energy.
They kept his clothes on there too.
There was this preacher in the observation room. I figured he was just some
Well, they have pews in here, so I decided I should come in here.
soul, but as it turned out, the old
Anybody need a baptism in here?
It wasn't a baptism at all. It was an execution.
he started
Then I realized that maybe it would have worked better with Sweet Tooth than that kid, but
He's watching this. He just thinks it's a baptism. That's how they're done.
God.
It took me less than a minute to kill 3 police.
They were just whomping his ass.
Mask back on.
that's how he killed them. He just got beat up.
Sit back down, you stupid fucking.
Months since that night. And the pain
Get back in the fucking chair.
every day. So let me tell
Why is that hair not attached to anything?
you, sure as hell
It burnt off with the curse.
But that's not how that works, Bob.
It's the curse.
That's
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. It's the curse.
I'm looking at the cover in the Discord chat, and I like how there's straps over his non-existent hair.
test was over. So I went and saw Calypso. I asked him to make good on his promise, to bring an end to all the pain, to take away my curse. He offered me a vial. He said inside it held.
It
the
tasted
blood
like
man
duh.
who cursed me on the night of my
And then it just brought me back to life, which was really weird.
curse.
Oh, that's strange. It tastes like.
But he
Oh!
also said if I didn't return to my killing ways, the antidote would wear off.
I'd love to get this guy's voice actor to do like just random line readings of things. Just do the Twisted Metal 3
It took me
endings.
all
He's shown up in some odd places.
Let's face it, boys
Yeah.
and girls. A man has to have his priorities. I killed Calypso about as well as I ever killed anyone.
Which is
Not-
pretty well.
Oh,
Now that I'm free,
It's too bad I couldn't kill Vanilla Ice in the same
greatest
fashion.
of all time.
Wait, free from what? Your whole thing was to lift the curse off, and then you
Last year,
decided fuck it, and now you're free?
My dad drove his car. He used to take me with him sometimes. I have a brother, but my dad won't let me talk about him. He says my brother became really, really bad when he started driving his car.
He gave a really shitty character design in this
Dad,
game.
We were like best friends. But one night, there was this passenger. He had this gun. He killed my dad and then ran. I just sat there while my dad died. Then I had this idea. I was able to put together this controller. It made.
So-
I guess it seems like that was just an immediate next thought.
I control him now. People think it's weird. They don't like it. They
It's
wanna
like,
put
did
me
they
in a
just not have the
home
budget, or
with
did
my
they just
dad.
were running out of time? Like, what happened with these endings?
I don't want to be alone.
must have run out of time. I mean, considering we're pushing an hour.
Yeah.
In this game, Calypso promises he'll make everything all better.
And thankfully he left it vague so that there could be twists at the end.
Also, what's weird is that this video is actually
I
like
won the
8 minutes shorter than the cut video.
I went to Calypso and asked for my prize. He promised that he'd make everything all better. It was a trick. He destroyed my controller.
I was poorly
Killed
cropped.
My dad.
That's just the
Begged my
same
dad to
art.
come back.
Yeah.
Watching these back to back, I
even tried to
completely
put
forgot
the
just
whole
how
thing together.
radically the difference
But
is.
Calypso
Yeah,
wouldn't let
yeah.
me. He said things in time would be all better. He said he needed someone to train to take over his contest when he died. He said my brother would have been the perfect choice, but since I killed him, I was the next best thing. He said it was in my blood.
And they use that artwork of him a lot.
Yeah. That didn't feel like that was finished.
No.
Yeah. Are we getting into the yeah, there we go.
know who killed my wife. And I wanted revenge.
God, that art.
It was
Yeah.
him. That freak in the
This line always puzzled me.
He was always around the neighborhood.
He was always around the neighborhood.
Something was wrong. It was my fault. Maybe
You
I
think
mean, he was a
looks
serial
suspicious?
killer.
for my wife's
Yeah.
death.
He was a serial killer, but you know, he drove the Mr. Frosty truck.
Spoke to me.
Your wife, she didn't die easy. You should
I realized
know
that he just had my
she
voice and I got
lived
freaked
for you
out.
as I killed her.
The clown is dead. But so is my wife. I
Wait.
will never be free.
I would never be free like Sweet Tooth is.
Congratulations, you won. Your character's in a never-ending spiral of depression.
I had won the
I-
contest. I was
Yeah.
so demanded my prize. I wanted him
Despite the
to
character
remove the
concept,
part
this
of
guy
my brain
does
that
a
made
great
me
job
so
voicing
sad
somebody
never
who's
to be
been
free.
recently
I
lobotomized.
wanted to become the best killer there ever was. Calypso went to work right away. And as a bonus, just to operate on my head, he gave me a new pair of hands.
This guy's voice.
They would become my trademark. When I killed,
I mean, it
everyone would know
works,
it
you
was
know?
me.
It's really a good idea
I was
when you kill
scared
someone
of
if everyone knows it's you.
I'll show them something they'll never forget.
I want to be a killer even though I'm really bad at it.
Also, his vehicle
as I s-
being like a fucking station wagon with fucking tank treads.
And then as I drove off, I realized I didn't have any hands and crashed into a wall nearby.
But where did you go?
That annoys
Also-
me.
Oh, so I think I was that thing in the hoodie in the first game, which is weird.
Oh yeah, the other version of this is
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's with the weird? What's with the weird gimp get-ups in this game, by the way?
I don't know. Big old fucking garbage truck skidding around like that.
And then, screw you, Love Calypso.